God, I love the soundtrack. Welcome back. Today will be a short stream. I've got things to do. 6-10 is cleared. I don't want to explain too much on how I did this. Let me think. Basically, I use a team of 4. That would be. Let me pull it up. Where was it? No. I replaced the team. Okay, never mind. Alright, I'll redo the team. No, not this button. Okay, I've got Tianyi over there. I got Ao over here, and I got Sun. These 3 with one more unit. Glitney, basically this guy from my friends list. Where is this one? Glitney. It's a combination of these 4 units. Glitney and what's that called? Glitney and Tianyi will build up an army on the units that don't attack at the top. Yaston as well as and Sun will take care of the bottom enemies. Summon the defender guy when they get past a checkpoint. Take out the snipers, take out the bottom commander. At that point, just keep alternating between Tianyi and Glitney. Tianyi, I've swapped her chip out. Instead of using Hold On Elise, where she generates more over a long time, I decided to put her on UC Sugen, which helps her to exponentiate the amount of drones she makes in the short term. That helped to push through the early damage needed to beat the enemies. So it's not always a bad thing to change up your flashcards. As I've said, the flashcards are supposed to be tools, and if the tool manages to help you achieve a goal, then it's fine. You can switch the flashcards on your units freely. Don't feel chained down or locked down with the idea that you have to stick to this one flashcard. No, there's more than one way to use an operator. More than one way to use a flashcard. Let me just show an example here. Okay. Despite what they may show down here, there are alternative flashcards that you can use on operators. Like I said in the in the interaction guide, you can basically assess these stats, and these are the ones you should factor in when you are deciding on which flashcard you want to use, as well as what the stage requires of you. That's a long and short of it. I'll probably do a few of these quizzes, read a story part, and then we'll call it a day. I have been clearing these off stream, off recording basically, on stream and off recording. Yeah, these 2 are difficult. I'm still working on how I can clear these things without Turson, as well as with these unit limitations. The problem is, most of my strongest units are trapped here. So Qingxing, that's Ao, which is one of my strongest units. Person, I have a couple of specialist units. Yineng, that would be Sun, she's hands down my strongest unit right now. Zansu, I used to have Scorpion Lady, but I don't have her anymore. So this particular, this particular lineup specifically targets me and my weakness. As for this one, Turson, Qingxing, Changli, these 3 are somewhat okay, but the early pressure is kind of hard to build, and without any vanguards, I can't build up units fast enough to to build up the team fast enough to handle the enemies, I suppose. I'll have to think about how I can approach that. Speaking of approach, someone approached my roster. Heinrich, I somehow put for him during the this banner. This one here, you can see it's 0 tickets. Yeah, it's this one. This one's the banner that I put for. This one, I'm slowly building up my points. Getting there, slowly building up the army. Will be great again. I hope to pull Yu Xiao soon. Mr. Ronin. He's a fairly strong unit. His vanguard regeneration is nice and all. However, even if I did pull him, he would be useless against this particular problem, because I can't bring vanguards here. So it's kind of pointless. Kind of pointless. Alright. 13会议下杀进事情的是哪一个 ？I think this is 金罗索。Basically, this what's it called? This military post, this command and how do I say this? This barracks faction is directly under the is a sort of privatized army directly under the Council of 13, blah blah blah. 13人会议下报情报机械是哪一个？This one would be how they transmit information. That would be this one, I think. The rest are proper factions. 摆渡人 are a bunch of mercenaries against the hegemonic against the incumbent. Basically, they are a bunch of people who think, oh, the current form of governance isn't correct. We'll just do a sort of mercenaric approach towards governance and so on. Jinroso is a sort of command post. You can see a lot of my units are from that faction. They're very orderly, very militaristic, very bureaucratic. 欧克斯深海聚集什么样的族群 I feel like I've answered this before. It's Lawayans, I think. What? Ocus. Wait. What? I have to come back to that question later. 位于新世界边缘地带的浮空岛 I think that's 空岛 It's just 空岛 That's the name. We call it Blank Island. This bad girl. 我们可以通过使用哪种道具来提升闪存技？What is the object that we can use to increase the potency of our flashcards? Namely speaking, this thing. These things are usually strengthened with this. This is a 改良指针. That would be the object that you're looking for if you are planning on answering this question. So make sure not to. Wait. 提升闪存级册的研究等级。That's not the one I'm looking for. This is the one I'm looking for. 闪存级册 would be the roguelike mode. It's asking what we can use to level this part up, I believe. This one requires that. 核审优化术 that would be the one that's 5 words long. Thankfully, there's only one that's 5 words long. Not a very difficult question. 闪存机车多久结算一次奖励 How often does this thing refresh? That would be a whole week. That's very nice. 在作战初期，我们可以部署哪一个地格体快速获得费用 Basically, which of these are vanguards? They can help you to refund DP faster. 在主线战斗中，以下哪种情况不会导致战斗失败？Which of these 3 conditions will not cause a defeat? If your relay points destroyed, that's a defeat. If the time's up, that's a defeat. If you destroy the enemy's relay point, that's not a defeat, that's a victory. Usually, unless there are 2 of them and you only destroy 1, but then you have to destroy both of them to pass the. Yeah, you get the idea. 以下哪种职业宣章应对重甲单位重甲 would be heavy armor. Basically, these will have physical damage. These will have physical damage. This will have arts damage. 重甲 would be those clad in heavy armor, which help to resist physical damages. So you want to pick arts. Okay, 人类产生精神力的器官是什么？Which part of this generates ego in the person? I think was 松果脉。Oh God, tired. Ocus, I think that was magical girls. God, I'm getting confused from like Ocus and like the other region. The fact that I can't even remember the name of the other region shows how confusing this whole thing can be. Sorry about that. That was my Arc Knights. I accidentally tapped on the screen. Whoops. That was unfortunate. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. You know what they say about the unexpected. What do they say about the unexpected? It happens unexpectedly. Stop it. Go away. Go away. Go kill yourself. Jump off a cliff and die. Jesus Christ. 牧群 that would be guiding people like their sheep. This would be 6-6. Let's quickly read through this because I can't. 你待在这里，我马上为你安排治疗。
Stay right here. I'll prepare the medication for you.
Medication? Who's giving me the medication? The Lawayans? Dadapon, what exactly are you trying to do? Are you trying to help by helping the Lawayans and turning yourself against humanity?
The Lawayans can help us to survive, but what about the people? Dadapon will never hurt you. 林泰成取出一支利色，将冰冷的药剂注入春的颈部。He took out a serum and injected ice cold serum into Haru's neck.
为我注射这样的药剂，这是第几次了 ？Administering this kind of medication for me. How long have you been doing this? ... 没关系，我会继续反抗，一次一次地想起来。That's fine. I'll keep resisting, and I'll keep recalling every time. 除非你亲手杀死我，不然我会一次又一次地回来，直到彻底摧毁这个阴谋。Unless you kill me personally, or otherwise, I'll come back every time to destroy this plot of yours.
好好睡一觉，忘记这些，一切都会过去。Have a good rest. Have a good sleep. Have a nice nap. Forget all of it. It will blow over soon.
叮！
加密通讯介入，secure connection, so encrypted connection, so you can't hear what's going on. 是我马上就过去。那个执行者已经切断能源，不用担心。Yes, I'll be right over. The arbiter has already cut the power. There's no need to worry. 那个男性觉醒者是合适的供体嘛？虽然不是合格品，但也算是例外之喜吧。例外之喜了。The male awakener is also a compatible individual. It may not be our product, but this is a cause for celebration. 林奈成神色复雅地看了一眼已经睡去的春，走出了房间。He glanced over at the sleeping Haru and left the room. 当房间空无一人时，原本应该陷入沉睡的春却睁开了眼睛。When the room is empty, Haru, who should have been sleeping soundly, woke up. Basically flicked her eyes open, like a monster. Oh, cutscene. 当房间空无一人时，原本应该陷入沉睡的春睁开了眼睛。When the room is empty, basically the same sentence. Haru, who's supposed to be sleeping, opened her eyes again. Are you going to? Yes, we're just going to look over here. 昏暗的监牢中，为了防止自行者再度启动，所有设备都停止了功能。Trapped within a stasis prison, in order to stop the arbiter from activating, all functions have been temporarily suspended. 被强制休眠的风间卫安静地站在宿竹窗中，他的面部对于一种完美的光系，那是最顶级的墨衣皮削才有的平感。He is basically resting peacefully inside of the cryo chamber. His face is a sort of serenity that would instill envy in those who currently live in such horrible streets.
果然在这里 You are here after all. 功能点被破坏了吗 Has the relay
What's that called?
Has the relay point been destroyed?
Basically, not the relay point. Something more like has a connection between him and the Boatley system been severed. Oh no, the what's that called? The room itself is low power, so everything has to be manual. There's no automatic.
只能手动重启了，不知道还是不是从前的流程。 I can only do it by manual. I can only do it manually. I'm not even sure if the same process applies. Or if they've changed their standard operating procedures. 那算了，反正是海因里希的执行者，要是弄坏了它，就自己修吧。I'll forget it. It's Heinrich's arbiter anyway. Even if I break him a bit, he'll fix himself.
Even if he's broken a bit, what the fuck? Oh god. Lots of ungodly sounds. Mr. Messenger opened his eyes and then scanned the room and then found the Found the figure of Haru. Basically, 春小姐，即使在休眠中，我的系统也可以接收到外部讯息了。Miss Haru, even when I'm in sleep mode, I can still receive messages from outside.
风间先生，在女人面前，该装傻的时候就要装傻。Mr. Messenger, when you're in front of women, you should pretend to be stupid, even when you should pretend to be dumb, even when you're not.
But basically, he overheard her insulting him. 春小姐怎么找到这里了 ？How did you find this place?
想起来一些东西，碰碰运气而已。I recall a few things and just tried my luck.
看来我们运气不错。Seems our luck is quite impeccable. 根据空气中的残余分子判断，春小姐身上有三座鱼的气味。你的记忆没有受影响吗 ？According to the analysis in the air, your body's exuding 3 different scents. Are you sure your memory is not affected?
爸爸又给我设了绿色，不过我提前使用过综合剂，所以它没有起作用。Dadapon gave me another dose of the serum, but I injected a neutralizing agent ahead of time, so it didn't act up. 反而让我的记忆变得更清晰了。In contrast, it made my memories more lucid.
春小姐，综合剂对精神中区的损害难以估计。你以后不想当研究员了吗 ？Miss Haru, the serum can be very damaging. The serum has a risk of causing permanent damage. Are you not interested in Do you not plan on becoming a researcher anymore? 春的脸藏在灯光与阴影里交接处，在他长久的沉默中，风间为无法得知他的想法。Her light was hidden between. Her face was stuck between light and shadow. Basically, it's like there's light coming in, but it's just shy. It cuts her neck, but not her face. And in her deep contemplation, Mr. Messenger was unable to work out what she was thinking. 失去了表情激活动与语言的参考，他的演算法毫无用处。Having lost most of the reference samples for analyzing facial muscles and micro expressions, his face reading, his code reading abilities were not very helpful here.
没有关系的 ，I'll be alright. 风间先生，我早就已经是没有未来的人了。Mr. Messenger, I already have no future. There is already no future.
How do I say this?
There is no future in store for me.
There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. Miss Haru.
Are all arbiters this gentle? 明明是冰冷的机器心脏，却比那些炎热跳动的心更在乎他人的感受。Although your heart is made of steel, and yet compared to those with fleshy, warm, hopping hearts, you seem to care a lot more.
Basically, he's more human than human, which is weird.
生生在狡猾的生物手中，却天然 其天然被刻印了忠诚与正义的生命准则。To be birthed by the hands of crafty creatures, and yet to be imprinted with the ideas of justice and integrity. 居然输给了自己的造物，人类真是世界上最失败的动物了。To lose their own creation, humans really are the most disappointing creatures.
Miss Haru, you still have a long life ahead of you. That I guarantee.
警报很快就会恢复，我们必须离开了。The warning system will be active soon. We have to go.
Miss Haru seems to be very familiar with this place.
Perhaps I've been here far too much.
Has the neutralizing serum helped you to recover all your memories?
A huge portion of them, but there are some of them which still eludes me. Ah, that's right. What about Mr. Ronin? 游侠先生呢？
他被带走了。那些人说，他似乎是什么合格的材料供体。He's been taken away. Those things said that he was a compatible subject.
Oh no.
Oh no. Mr. Messenger! No! Why would you give us such bad news? 这一次，风间卫可以清晰地判别出春脸上那悲伤的表情。This time, Mr. Messenger could work out the expression of sorrow on his face.
Let's go. I know where to find him.
Oh no. Oh no. Mr. Ronin, don't die. Do not die on us, Mr. Ronin. Oh no, that's Mr. Ronin, isn't it? Oh god. 勒维恩，这个不是什么好梦，我还是闭上眼吧。This is got to be a nightmare. Let me just go back to sleep.
林奈春已经重新回到控制之中，你的合格品已经就位了。Haru has returned under our control.
How do I say this?
Your compatible product has been prepared.
终于准备结束你过家家的游戏了吗？
Are you finally prepared to end this game of house?
我这可不是玩什么过家家。
I'm not playing house here.
阿舒尔大人和尼加勒大人决定实行了计划，我都有好好在执行哦。
Ashur and Nijal laid out a few plans, and Dumus here has been following them quite diligently, apparently.
从研制植入精环，到找到一个适合的人类合格人，每一个环节都非常用心呢。
From designing the crystal bracelets to finding a suitable human host, every step of the way has been fairly diligently executed. I guess is that the right word? I don't know. 伴随着一阵令人齿寒的运转声，漂浮着人体的培养舱涌入了一股莹莹发光的蓝色液体。Inside of you know that thing in the background with like the human figure and like the cord around them. Yeah, inside of those chambers, a pale blue light started emanating. 泡沫翻涌过后，培养舱中原本沉默的人类突然惊恐地睁开了眼睛，在无声的尖叫中，仿佛糖浆一样融化在培养舱中。After the what's that called? After a few bubbling occurred, the human-like figures inside of these chambers opened their eyes and let out a voiceless scream. You could see like the look of anguish on their face. and then melted into the substance inside of the stasis tank. So it's sort of like I can't even explain this. Slowly disappearing into the liquid, I guess. 这是什么操作? What kind of construct is this?
既是完美的改造母体，又是优秀的材料供体。
It's both a what's that called? It's both a wonderful clone subject as well as an excellent body as well as an excellent material for reproduction. Reproduction as in cloning, not in sex. Don't get your mind in there. The only sex you'll ever get is between Haru and Laman. Stop.
对于我们来说，人类真是种过分贴心的生物。
For us, humans are an excessively diligent creature. No, excessively. What's the word I'm looking for? 过度贴心 excessively meticulous creatures. 植入精华的材料来源竟然是人类。The crystal bracelets were made of people.
能够抗衡基因力量的，当然是基因本体。因此，合格材料的供体也是经过精心挑选的呢。
In order to balance the energy, how do I say this? To balance the energy imbalance, you'll have to use the You have to use the appropriate host. So it's kind of like how do I say this? If you're trying to save a rabbit who's bleeding out, you inject rabbit blood. You don't give it like human blood or weasel blood or other creatures' blood. Basically, the right tool for the right job, sort of thing. And in the same sense, when they're trying to dominate and control humans, they use humans as reagents in order to control more humans, sort of. And they have to be very diligent with how they pick that thing. It's hard to translate the sentence into English, so I'm just using an appropriate analogy there. There we go.
在精神力的控制下，植入精环的成分绝对无法被查验出来，而人类的基因则能很好地综合改造过程中的崩坏表现。
Basically explaining, while trying to control the ego, basically the crystal ring needed like this component, this reagent of the human that I just explained. It's a giving exposition in case you didn't understand what I was saying earlier. Yeah, that's something nice about Chinese, is that you read the first sentence, you understand like the next few lines they're gonna talk about if they're only going to spend it on exposition. You can catch on to you can catch on to these signals if you are attentive enough.
只要人类一直带着植入精环，那些体平合适的人，就能寻见被调试成为合格的改造母体。
As long as the people keep wearing the crystal rings, they'll be able to be under constant surveillance, and we can constantly update the original person that we are cloning. So basically, they're cloning one individual. They find a better individual. They take that one as like the copy source, and so on.
说起来，这还是人类为我们改良的技术。
This is a technique that's been refined by the humans themselves. Science has gone too far. Oh no.
贴心，真是太贴心了啊
！Basically, it's like how meticulous, how truly meticulous that we can benefit from their actions.
合格品就转化成为我们的一份子。至于那些没用的人，全部做材料。 全部做成材料就好。
If it's someone suitable, we'll convert it into one of us. But for those who are not compatible, they'll all be broken down into reagents or ingredients for making more crystal bracelets.
悄无声息地就能把你们都打造成我理想中的人偶了。
Quietly, discreetly, turning all of you into my ideal puppets. 可惜，太慢了。It's a pity, for it's too slow.
你家乐大人的计划已经完成，林来春没用了。
Basically, Nijal's plan has come to fruition, and Makoto, Haru's data pawn, is no longer useful.
马上你就可以接受你的礼物了。
Soon you'll be able to accept your gift. 此时，邮箱头上的机器也开始发出令人当寒的运转声。Machinery on Mr. Ronin's head started to let out very horrifying sounds. 等等 ，wait， 待て，两位，这就要把我砸制了吗 ？Are you trying to juice me, you two？
不然呢？你并不是合格品呀。Why not? You're not a compatible subject. 我们的材料不够用了呢。We're fresh out of ingredients, just so you know. 不要让人家为难嘛，好看的哥哥。
Okay.
Come on, don't trouble me, handsome boy.
Handsome boy. 等，你看我长得也还行，就这么宰掉，太浪费了吧 ？Wait, look at how handsome I am. Just killing me off like this, isn't it too much of a waste?
我最讨厌长得好看的人啦。I just happen to hate smart-looking boy. I just happen to hate handsome boys.
那个我也没有多好看啊。Well, I'm not that handsome. Glatter 小姐，你喜欢什么？我努力。Miss Glatter, what do you like? I'll do my best to.
我最喜欢死掉的人类。
The best human is a dead human. Oh my god. That reminded me of Alice Madness Returns. American McGee's Alice was a pretty dark game, and like
A lazy elf is a dead elf.
I'm like, what the fuck? Oh god.
我们走吧，植入精环的更换要开始了，没时间浪费在这里，格拉特。Let us be off.
Let us be off. The crystal rings exchange is about to begin. There's no time to waste here, Glut. 随着大门关闭，两位高贤勒维亚离开了这房间。Following the shutting of the door, both how do I say this? Both Lewians of high command vacated the room. ... 别看戏，他们走了，快出来救我 Enough with the gawking. They've left. Hurry up and save me. 这不好玩 It's not funny. 春小姐，你身上还带着我的生物蕊口，一接近我就能感应到。Miss Haru, you're still carrying my You're still carrying my biochip. I can sense you as long as you approach me. Stop hiding. A lot of cutting. 刀锋破空而来，破坏了油销头顶的溶解剂，注入钻子。Lots of blade strikes later. The machinery on top of Mr. Ronin's head is destroyed. 封建为何存在声音也出现在房间内。Messenger and Haru showed up in their room. 刘少先生，没想到你的连环范围居然这么广阔，连勒维亚都不放过。Mr. Ronin, your taste in women is really broad. I see you even entice Lewians. Sense of humor for an arbiter. 生活手包。That's life.
看起来你过得还不错。You look fine. You look alright.
别玩了，朋友们，救命 ！Stop messing around. Help. 培养舱被破裂后，油小混碌碌地从地上站起来。After the stasis is destroyed. Oh, I gotta stop here. Sorry about that. I'm busy. Sorry about that. You can just speed through. I'll translate another day. Goodbye.